Welcome back to another video. Today we are making a Bulgarian dish called Kavarma. It's like a slow cooked pork with vegetables, made in a traditional Bulgarian clay pot. So to start off with, we'll take our pork tenderloin. You can use shoulder, but I just bought tenderloin for convenience and it's cheaper. First thing you'll do is you want to trim off the silver skin, because that'll be quite tough. Slide your knife underneath each bit and you just run your knife out to the edge, lift it up, knife as close as you can to the thin stuff, and it should just follow up. Keep doing that to take off all the silver skin. Bit by bit. You leave a little bit on, it's not too, as long as you get the main bits of it off, that's all that matters. More silver skin here. As it's being slow cooked, it doesn't matter if you leave a bit on because it will generally soften up anyway. This little bit here, it's up to you what you do with it. I normally trim it off and then I'll just lay it flat and try and run my knife along it flat. You will leave a little bit of meat on, and then that little bit of sinews out. This little bit here, same again. Just run your knife down, take that bit of silver skin off. There we go. That's trimmed pretty alright for a braised dish. Little bits in the bin. Right. Aim to be chopping it in bite-sized pieces, really. Chop him in half, straight through the middle. Like so. Same again, in half. And bit I'll just chop into a couple of chunks because it's a bit thinner, in half. Don't have to be too precious with the cut sizes. And that's that. Weigh how much pork we've got. $455 grams of pork. So pork, stay in the bowl, season it up slightly. So all we're going to add is a teaspoon of cumin, and then half a teaspoon of the Bulgarian spice mix chubritsa. Give that a good mix through. Mixed in. It's my first time making this recipe. I've just researched it a bit online. I've never eaten this dish when I've been in Bulgaria, but I thought I'd give it a go. There's a mixture of different recipes online, so I've just taken a general gist of them all and just combined some of the recipes together of roughly what I think will taste good. So that's all mixed in, all nicely coated. Put to the side. Then onto the vegetable prep. clean knife. So what we do, just chop the onions in medium-sized pieces. There we go. And you can go in here. Garlic, as it's a slow cooked dish, not worrying about crushing it, grating it, just gonna simply slice through it into thin strips. Thin strips of garlic, 3 cloves. Into the onions and garlic done. To the side. So, carrot. In like quarter moons. Carrots in here. So, leeks, 3 of these leeks. Just gonna slice them fully lengthways. I snapped off all of the really like dark leaves at the top, just because the dark leaves can go quite tough and fibrous. Leeks all sliced through lengthways. Then peppers. It's just one large red pepper. Just taking all the edges off all the way around. Don't have to be too finely chopped, just quite rough. It's a bit of a rustic dish anyway. Tomatoes, nothing crazy. Just cut each one into 6s. These are English tomatoes, so they're nowhere near as good as the European varieties of tomatoes. Our tomato is quite poor. Tomatoes chopped. Get all the extra little bit of juice. Perfect. Mushrooms. Let's quickly rinse off my board. I'm using chestnut mushrooms, slightly cheaper than the normal buttons. Just chopping them in quarters. And I find chestnut mushrooms hold together a bit nicer. They're a bit more meatier than the standard closed cap. mushrooms are quartered. And now we're ready to cook, so just gonna clean down my side and I'll switch over to the view of the pan. Right, back over to the stove now. The frying pan has been on a little while to get up to temperature because this frying pan's quite slow at heating up. Traditionally, it's fried off in a cast iron pan, but I've just got this non-stick one as I don't own anything cast iron. Slight little bit of oil in the bottom, about 10 sprays-ish. Nice and hot. Get your marinated pork, just dot it around. You want to try and not move it too much when it first goes in, because you want to try and get some colour on it. With supermarket pork, a lot of it is pumped with water, so it can not brown as easy. The more colour you get on the meat, the more flavour will be in the final product. In a cast iron pan it will stick a little bit more. And probably get a better colour than in a non-stick. That's the sort of colour we're looking for. A nice darkish brown. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain a little bit of this liquid off. There we go, got that frying sound again. Won't take it too dark. That's probably enough colour on it now, to be honest. Getting slow cooked. There's still some flavour stuck on the bottom of the pan. A lot of the recipes say to use white wine or red wine to deglaze the pan with afterwards. We don't keep a lot of wine in our house, so we don't have any white or red, but I'm just using like it's just off white, it's a blush wine. At the end of the day, wine's wine. Might be a little bit sweeter than white or red. I do deglaze the pan with some wine. See all that colour instantly come off the bottom of the pan. Give the bottom of the pan a little bit of a scrape. Just cook it long enough to burn off the alcohol. I'll add that little bit of juice back in from cooking the pork. And then get a traditional Bulgarian clay pot, gyuveche. Now that's deglazed, all the flavours sorted, alcohol's going to be burnt off. Chuck that in my pot. So next, back on the heat. Roughly 10 sprays again. My onion and my garlic. Onion, garlic, peppers. Keep sauteing these ones down. I will speed up these little sections of it frying off. So yeah, you let it fry down for about 3 or 4 minutes or so. So we've let that sweat down for about 3 or 4 minutes now, and now's time that we add the leeks. So the 3 leeks that we sliced, give them a good wash and drain, because you get loads of bits of dirt that hang out in the green bit part of the leek. Add the leek, and we'll cook that down for another 3 minutes or so, or until the leeks have shrunk in size. Give that a good mix in, and let it saute for another 3 to 4 minutes or so. Right, now that's sauteed down for 3 to 4 minutes or so. It's not all completely soft, but it's all shrunk a lot more than it was. What we do next is some of the Bulgarian paprika that we buy in bulk. Has a slight different taste to British paprika or the stuff we sell in the shops. It's a bit, I find it a bit sweeter and has a bit stronger of a pepper flavour. So I'm going to give it one heaped teaspoon. 1 heaped teaspoon of that. Then some chubritsa, which is a summer savoury spice blend. If you can't get this any of this from the European shop or online, you can just use thyme, or if you can buy savoury on its own. But yeah, generally thyme is the main flavour, or oregano. That works. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of the coarse herb style chubritsa. Give that a good mix through. so. Add our chopped tomatoes that we had earlier. Give that a good mix in. So that's that mix ready. Oh, I'll keep that one going. So, carrot wise, no point frying them off. I just chuck them straight in, dotted around. Then this mix straight into your pot. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Give it a good push down. Nice tight squeeze inside of the gyuveche pot. This pot was bought when we was in Bulgaria, about half an hour drive from Plovdiv, up by Kavarma monastery. There was a lady selling them on the side of the road. Very nice pot. So what I'm going to do this time, because I've misjudged the size of my dish and the amount of ingredients, I'm going to leave my mushrooms to the side and I'm going to fry them off just before I serve it, and just add them to the mix once it's done. All I'll do now is chuck the nice little lid on, and I'm going to put it in the oven, 180 degrees, for roughly around 3 hours, and then I'll give it a check. If it's done after 3 hours, great. If not, some of the recipes are saying for up to 4 hours, so I'm going to do 3 and see what happens. Put it in on 180. As I've been told by Bulgarians, never preheat your oven before you put the pot in, because it's made of clay. It has to naturally come up to temperature from cold, otherwise you risk the dish shattering, essentially. So I'm going to get this in the oven now, on 180, as I said, and I'll cut back later on when it's finished. Right, we are roughly 3.5 hours later. About 2 hours into the cooking, I got the dish out, gave it a stir, added some water, another half a teaspoon of paprika, and then I added, because of the vegetables have cooked down and all the meat had cooked down a little bit, I could fit in the mushrooms, so I added the mushrooms that I had to the side earlier on. So yeah, it's fully completely cooked down now. All of the pork has gone really soft and fallen apart. So for serving tonight, I'll serve one up as an example. We've got these lovely little small versions of the bacon dishes, called gyuveche, nice little pots. So all I'm going to do is portion up a small amount, so you can see for an example of what it looks like all the way down to the bottom. And there we go. Lovely dish. Really nice, slow cooked. Already tasted it. Perfect to serve with a bit of bread. I think I've done this recipe justice. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much.